Hello everybody and welcome back to Fichthal. Now it just so happens that as soon as I pressed the button to go live, somebody decided to synchronize, which isn't ideal, but it's happened. Today we're going to be fertilizing our field that was planted last time. We're also going to be asking for some help from Dex to get some fields lined. Now I want to get the two old canola fields that we've cultivated and the this field up here lined. Now I'm going to spray it to start with. I don't think it will use an awful lot of fertilizer purely because we've already put muck on it. So it's fairly well fertilized. I'm hoping it doesn't use much anyway, because I've only got 277 litres. And all my IBCs that I have left are full of herbicide, which is also going to be needed for this field, because it's got weeds in it. We've also got a fully grown grass crop on the meadow fields, so we're going to be doing that. And we now have field 7 up there, which is barley. Currently growing. We need to go and check it out in terms of fertilizer and herbicide and see how we're getting on. But first of all, let's fertilize this field. I've forgotten what crop this is, to be perfectly honest. I know it wasn't me that did all of it. I think I got a contractor in to do some of it last time. Let's just jump out and have a look. Wheat. There we go. Well, that's good. Good evening, Mike Horrigan. How are you doing? Hello, Cookie. Hello, My Gaming Adventures. And Noika. I hope that's pronounced correctly. Please do tell me if it's not. And also, anyone else who's logged in but hasn't joined us on the chat yet. So, official request out to Dex. If you could come down to my farm with a device and some lime, a lime spreader and some lime, a device to spread lime. Thank you very much. I'm doing pretty good, thanks, Michael. How are you doing? I've actually had a very busy day at work today. And it's been hot. It's been unusually warm. Both at work and at home. So, fortunately, we are using a very little amount of fertilizer, which is what I hoped for. Because we put down that. That's interesting. It said that everybody had disconnected from the server. How odd. Oh, that's weird. It sounds... Sorry, you've been chucked out, Dex? Oh dear. Well, it sounds like we have some sort of technical issue there. I hope it hasn't affected the live stream. It doesn't appear to have done from YouTube. But yeah, if you guys can get back in, that would be fantastic. And if I could pay attention to where I'm fertilizing, that would also be fantastic. Luckily, it is applying the fertilizer and in an even distribution now, whereas before, obviously, with the manure, it wasn't so even. It was more of a random distribution. And here we go through the pain of synchronizing data with other players again. But that's okay. Well, it's still quite warm here. How is it where everyone else is? Oh, there we go. We're spraying again. Tony's just said in my ear that it's cast over. I think he means overcast. But he is Scottish, so we will forgive him. Don't know if you can hear my dogs barking in the background there. There's obviously an intruder nowhere near the house because maybe the wind has blown a leaf or something and they decided that they needed to do something about it. Those leaves will get you if you're not careful. Right, well, we've done all that field and we've still got 144 litres left, or actually 143. Actually, we've got a little bit of the field left to do. It seems to be going down still. So we should end up with over 100 litres left though after this little bit here, and a fully fertilised field, which is absolutely fantastic. I think I also want to get a layer of manure onto the fields over the other side once they've been limed. I think that would be a good thing to do. But before that, actually, let's just check field 7 and see. Oh no, it's this one, isn't it? There we go. So field 7 will also need lime, but that'll have to be after the crop is. Yeah, after the crop is harvested. What's the growth stage of it? Because it also needs spraying. And it's full of weeds. Excellent. It may be that I can spray it now. Well, I definitely will need to get more fertiliser if I'm going to spray that field. But I can't tell from the map whether it's a growth stage beyond being able to drive on it without damaging it or not. Ah, no, it looks fine. It looks like it'll be okay. Yes, I can drive on this without damaging it. However, I will absolutely need more fertiliser because this has not been spread with muck first. I've just had a very kind offer from Tony, so he can pick some up for me. But it's okay, Tony, because if I just buy one IBC, I can fit it in my sprayer. So I'll just go up there with the sprayer and unload it into that, and I should be absolutely fine. Maybe, yeah, one IBC will fit in my sprayer fine. What did you say, Dex? You need access to my land. You'll need contractor access to my farm, won't you? Of course you will. Let's do that then. I don't like to leave people with contractor access to my farm because I don't trust them. Especially Dex. But they can also hear me. But you can't hear them, which is probably for the best. Right, here we go, 22 litres left. I'm definitely not even going to make it around the headland of this field, and I'll need to come back with herbicide as well. So there we go, that's that all done. So, our jobs today are mounting up. Today might be a slightly longer episode than normal. Yes, Nika, the map name is Fichthal. It's based in Bavaria. That's, yep, Germany for the Americans, says Jan. But I think a lot of Americans will know that Bavaria is part of Germany. I mean, they were there in the war. I think Bavaria covers is a district of Germany that's up to the Austrian border, isn't it? Ah. Dex is liming for me. Cookie, yes, you're right. Dex is a trickster. Evening, Andy Fielding. How are you doing? Thank you for letting me know that the stream's all good. So I don't know what that glitch was. It might have been a glitch with giants themselves. Not sure what happened there. Right, let me buy some fertiliser. I just need one IBC. That's not where I'm going to find it. There it is. Gosh, the price of fertilizer is ridiculous. Right, let's get it filled into here. Oh, wow! That surprised me. A header just appeared right next to me at the store. And landed quite hard. That could have really hurt. Crikey. Nope, there's Michelle. I think I'm going a bit too quick down here. There we go. That was useful. It slowed me right down so I didn't do my usual smash into the bridge and then flounder around on my side for a bit. So it's yeah. Thank you, Michelle. That was very, very useful. Ah, there you go. Cookie's responded. Cookie's responded. And as an American, he can firmly say that Bavaria is a squarish part of Germany in the southeast border with Austria and Czechia. There you go. And Andy says he loves the idea of a multiplayer roleplay series. Well, it's not just an idea anymore. It's something that's actually happened. And if you join on the Discord, then you could join in on an episode or two as well. Oh. Join in on the fun. Sorry, Jan's just corrected me. You can join in on all the fun of and be part of a YouTube series, which to some people might not be appealing, but there's an option there. Right, I'm going to get this field finished off with fertilizer, making sure that we're not going to unfold into a tree. Nope, just okay, that's good. Okay, let's get the rest of the field fertilized. Then we will need herbicide, because that will need to be, oh dear, crashing into trees with me boom. Oh dear. There we go, that's better. Okay. So, yes, don't need much more fertiliser to finish this field off. It's pretty well done, but we do need herbicide all round in this field and the previous field. So I've got a field of wheat and a field of barley, which is fantastic news, because it's not something that I planned on having. There we go. That is finished in that section there. So we've got a small part at the other end just to finish off. How is Dex getting on with my liming? Let's ask him. All done? Crikey, how much do you reckon the lime cost you? Well, how much would you like for the job? A nominal fee of 2,000. That honestly doesn't sound like it would cover the lime, to be honest, but okay. If you're okay with that, then I will send you £2,000. Of the finest pounds. Got to be fair about this. There we go. 2,000 of my finest pounds. Right. Now, let's get the fertiliser emptied out of this. And we'll get it filled up with herbicide, because I've got now 2 fields that need to be sprayed. how are the cows doing for food. I'm pretty sure that they'll be alright. But, yeah, they're very much okay for food. In fact, I want them to try and eat it all so they can finish off that hay and the grass. But yes, they've got a lot of total mixed ration to get through to start with. And before I carry on even further, let's have a look. Oh, we've only got 280 litres of milk over at the dairy. So that's very, very soon going to grind to a halt. And we won't be making any more cheese from it. So, I could do with getting the milk over there as well. Right, what do I want to do here? This action can't be performed. That. Right, Dex, if you spoke to me then, you broke up pretty badly, so I don't know what you said. Oh no, thank you, no, I could definitely manage a milk run. Thank you very much for the offer. Right, here we go, let's get the herbicide into here now. I'm going to fill up from both. I don't know how much it's going to need, but we'll put 100% in there. Won't hurt. We'll start off with this field, and then we'll move on over to the other field. And then I have got more jobs to do. So I have got the grass to cut, both there and the other side of the river. I have also got to spread our fertiliser on the 2 fields that we have that are cultivated. I haven't decided what crop's going into those yet, but they do. They could use a layer of fertiliser anyway. So, I'm not. I mean, obviously, both of those things I could still do in November, given that winter doesn't officially start until December. So, I don't know. Which one do you think I should do, guys? Hit me up on the chat. Let me know which one you want me to do. Whether you want me to cut the grass and turn it into silage, or whether you want me to spread manure and possibly slurry if I run out of manure. By the end of this spraying job, I should have an answer, hopefully. A very kind offer from Michelle to pop down with me with her butterfly mowers and to cut the grass for me. But there's no rush. We're coming up to winter. We've got some months spare. I don't want to get all the work done in this month and then just be sitting around next month twiddling our thumbs and telling cheese jokes. Such as, what cheese can you use to hide a horse? Mascarpone. You're welcome. Yes. And there are better ones, I promise, but let's save those for another time. I don't want to give all my A material away in the first 10 minutes of telling cheese jokes. We haven't even taken the rest of the milk over yet, so you know, how can I tell more cheese jokes without actually having cheese in front of me? That's crazy talk. Dex is probably not going to get any more work done today because he's just going to be laughing at that joke for the whole time. Yes. I have got some more. Just stay tuned, and tell all your friends to join in because I have got some golden material for later. I really have. I really can't see the weeds too well. Struggling with that a little bit, but let's do as much of it as we can, and then we'll have a look at the map and see where I've been. Unfortunately, the herbicide doesn't get rid of the lime that's been spread, so it's harder to see where I've been. Also, if you look up in the distance, some of the lime looks like weeds, so maybe I should have done this before the lime. But never mind. I'm sure it'll be fine. We've nearly used half the capacity of the sprayer though, which is interesting. I suppose if I had a crop sensor on or something, then it would have used a lot less. I don't know. I really don't. Right then, let's check that out and see what we've got in the way of weeds. Ah, that's pretty damn good. One tiny little spot there directly behind us. And that's pretty much it covered. All the brown bits are where I've killed the weeds, so that's quite a lot actually. Which wasn't obvious from just looking at the field, so. Right. Is that now? Yep, that's about where the green dot was. So let's switch it on and go forward a little bit. And there we go. That should, yeah, that's got that covered. So we just need to head over to field 7 now and do the same thing because that is infested. Absolutely infested. Well, so I've only had one vote on what I should do in this episode so far, and that is from My Gaming Adventures. Thank you very much. And he has suggested, or he or she have suggested that we spread the manure. But also, they have said that my jokes are like manure. Which I think is quite rude, to be perfectly honest. I thought I'd family-friendly jokes and all that. What do you mean, your hosepipe joke? Oh, it's on about my hosepipe joke. I don't have a hosepipe joke. What are you talking about? Anyway. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, luckily, because the barley is slightly darker than the wheat, the weeds in this field are a little bit easier to see. However, the trees are even easier to see, and I've just hit those, so there's no hope for me. Right, let's try that again. One loop of the headland, then a couple of up and downs, and we should have this whole field covered, because it's not exactly a big field. We want to make sure that we get the best yield out of it possible. In fact, I could ring up Dex again, because he'll probably, well, he will be able to, because it's only just germinated, he'll be able to line this field as well, and that'll obviously that'll be great. Maybe Dex, would you come and do field 7 for me for 500 quid? There you go. He said he'll be here shortly. Although I'm not that short, and my name's not Lee, so I don't know who he thinks he's talking to. I'm here all night. I'm here all night. Yes, you're right, Cookie. The trees are blending in with the other trees, which is why I can't see the trees for the trees. Right. So this should be the last of the spraying that I need to do. Let's check the map. Oh, look at that. All the green turned to brown. Well, except for some tiny little bits on the corners, but we can leave those. That's fine. Spend more in herbicide trying to find them than we'd lose in yield from having them left there. So, that's that done. And given that I've only had one vote so far, and that is to spread manure, what we're going to be doing now is spreading manure. I think if it comes down to it, and we have got time left after that, then I will cut the grass, but there's no pressure. That can be done in November. Rain is on the way. Although in November we will also have the soybeans to harvest. Hopefully they will be ready by then. I would have expected them to be ready now, but they're not, unfortunately. Right, let's tidy this up a little bit, I think. So we'll put the rest of the herbicide into this sprayer, and then we can park the whole lot back into the... oh, that's the wrong pedal. Back into here. Cookie's asking me if I've got animals. Do you mean in real life or on the game? This farm does have cows. Here's the cows. And they are very well fed and bedded. In fact, here's the bedding. They pull it off themselves and just sort of make a nest. Very useful. Well-trained cows. So, let's get the Valtra and go and get the manure spreader. Oh, crikey, that was ambitious. That was a bit too much of a side slope there, I think. Tony's just asking about the time for wool, and I believe it's April actually is the best time for wool prices. January is more all the cereal crops. Oh, that's not full. Let's get this filled up. There we go. Beautiful. Right, we'll head over to field 6 and field 2 that I want to spread with manure. And luckily, now they've been lined, it's going to be very, very easy to see where I've been. So thank you for that, Dex. And let me know when you're on the way down to do field 7, and I will send you the £500 that we've previously agreed on. Okay. Now this is a side spreader. Get it unfolded. There we go. Don't know how far it spreads it, but clearly a little bit further than that, which is good, because that is going right up to the edge of the field there. But yeah, we need to start getting a base layer of manure spread on all the fields before we seed them, because it saves so much money in liquid fertilizer or solid fertilizer. I have actually got a couple of bags of solid fertilizer, although nothing to spread them with. That's because I leased a planter that took solid fertilizer as well. We're going to leave these fields till spring anyway, but we may plant in them again. I don't know whether to do something like corn and potentially rent a forage harvester, maybe. Or if someone else has got a forage harvester, to either borrow it or borrow them, and I can drive the tractor with the trailer alongside it at some point. But if nobody's got a forage harvester, then we'll have to review that another time. It'll be into next year, so we'll have sold all our products over winter, and we'll have a little bit more money in the bank, which will be extremely useful. It's actually got quite a decent working width on this spreader. I'm really quite impressed. But it's not even using an awful lot of it to go up and down the field either. Which is great news. Oh, someone flying past there on the way to sell bales. Oh, it's Jan. hankering for some more screen time. I reckon that we should be able to do this field and most of the other field with the manure that... Oh, I'm stuck. What on earth am I stuck on? Oh, it's just the ground. Of course it is. Yes, I'm stuck on the ground. Right, let's give that another go. There. Well, this is actually giving us a very, very good base for planting. Yeah, the nitrogen out of the soil is on the nitrogen map down the bottom left. You can see it's going quite green, which is really, really good. And I imagine that whatever planter it is that we rent, we will get one that does solid fertilizer as well. And having got a bag and a bit of solid fertilizer left, I think that should cover it. So I shouldn't need to spend any more on fertilizer to get these two fields done. I think I'm going to have to go back up the top and then come back down. Yeah, there are big stones on this field, Andy, but clearing stones is one of the jobs I really, really hate doing. But I might have to do it because it's going to damage my equipment. I don't think it affects yield. I'm not sure, actually. It might affect yield a small amount. But it certainly does wear out your machines quicker. Which is not something I want either. Sorry, Dex was about to let me know then. And it's equipment damage only, Dex says, so it doesn't affect yield. There we go. That's an answer from the Encyclopedia of FS. Well, there you go. Dex has just told me that if the stones were to damage the header on the harvester, then that could affect the yield. So it is going to be worth collecting them all up at some point. Especially if I get one of those... Oh no, we can't get one on the multiplayer, but a stone crusher that converts to lime. I don't know, there might be a crossplay one of those by now. So maybe we'll load that in next time and see if we can do that. Sometimes I turn stones off, sometimes I just ignore them, Andy. But there does appear to be a rather large amount of stones on these fields here. Usually, I don't get this many stones, especially certainly not as big a stones as this. But yeah, for some reason these fields are subject to quite large stones. Oh, you're there, are you? You're heading down there. Okay. Thank you. Dex has gone to Lime Field 7 for me, so I'm going to stop this for a second and send him £500. Actually, should I wait until he's finished it? Do I trust him? I think I do. Yes, I think I do trust him. Let's put that trust to the test. Oh, hello, nearly sent him £2,500. There we go. £500 is now gone from me and gone to Dex. So if we don't see him, then he is working his way away from the trust. There is a circle of trust. So at the moment, Dex is in it. We shall see what happens next. This manure is actually going quite a long way, which is fantastic. I'm actually only down to 45% of a trailer, so I'm pretty impressed with how little manure we seem to be using on this on these two fields. I've done the whole of that field, done the headland of this one, and we've still got 40% of the trailer left, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's giving this field a nice deep green nitrogen map as well, which is brilliant, because it means that we'll have to use very, very little of the expensive fertiliser. And I know cows are expensive to keep, and that's how I get the poop out of them, but I'd have the cows anyway for the milk. The milk easily pays for the cow food. In fact, the cow food is free as well, because I get all of that off the land. So really, it's a no-brainer. Hello, Rowett. Welcome to the chat. Do survival series. That's I do already. Have you checked them out? In fact, there's two lots of there's many lots of survival series now. There's survival roleplay, which is good. There's survival challenge, which is at the weekends. There is vintage survival, which is every Tuesday. And now we've got I am making it difficult for myself to survive, aren't I? But we've also got multiplayer roleplay. It's not survival roleplay, because we're fairly well survived by now. Although I'm having to survive Dex on a weekly basis. Twice weekly, in fact. So he would be a great loss. He really would. There's Jan going past with another empty trailer and a much fatter wallet. Although he's just informed me that he's bought a combine and 2 headers, so maybe not as fat a wallet, but definitely more. Oh, look at that! A tiny little bit to go, and I've run out of manure. Wow, wellity. Let's go and fill up. Where are you going with that? He's got a spreader on the front of his tractor. This is crazy. You are, yes. You carry on straight ahead over that bridge and up the track, and you'll find field 7 there. This is the field that you kept buying when I said I wanted to buy it each time. It's that one. Yes, that is where your investment would have been. Although I think there are far better investments right next to your own farm. Honestly, these... As long as he's not merging it all into one field, that's the main thing. Because anybody who did that would be... Oh yeah. So Dex has just complained that he doesn't have contractor access anymore. I didn't think he would have come back, to be honest, but here he is. So I've given him access again, so he should be able to line my field for me now, which is fantastic, because that's what I've given him the money to do. So yeah, I'm really quite impressed with this spreader. I quite like it. It's a side ejection spreader, but yeah, it's done these fields really well, actually. Just that tiny bit left to do there. So we were missing, let's have a look, about 252 litres we were missing. That's how much that little bit took. So those fields are now very well prepped. They're very well prepped, apart from the stones. So the stones, yes, someone's mentioned the stones. They were annoying me a little bit, and they are pretty bad. So yeah, we're gonna have to get those stones picked up, I think, at some point. But we have got all the time through till spring, which would be good. Andy, yeah, any updates on your new survival roleplay? Yes, I did mention Court Farms. I am getting ready for it at the minute, but I do want to finish my early life series to start with, because it is a lot of work to do a roleplay series. And survival roleplay, I just can't do more than 2 episodes a week, and in fact I think it may even go down to 1 episode a week for a bit when I start Court Farms, to be perfectly honest, because I run very short of time as it is, with everything else that I've got going on at home and in my life. But yes, I will be starting it. I actually going away for a week on holiday at the end of September. My aim is that I will run the early life series up till that week that I go on holiday, and then the week that I come back from holiday, I'll start the new series at Court Farms. It's actually quite an entwined web of timeline confusion at the minute, and I'm hoping to tidy it all up with a few better worded playlists. But basically, the first series I did on Calmsden, that was set in the present time. The early life, obviously, is set in the past, in the 90s-ish. And the multiplayer roleplay is set in the future where I'm old and a bit decrepit and needing some help. And then once we get out of the TARDIS again at the end of the early life, we'll be coming back to the present day. And so yeah, so once we start up on Court Farms, we will be we'll be back to present day, and it'll be post Calmsden. In fact, the first episode for Court Farms is actually not going to be too far away, because it's going to be I don't mind telling you guys, because I mean you're not entirely you're not all my viewers, all 13 of you. So basically, yeah. So the first episode is going to be a bit of house hunting, I think. So me and Abby are going to travel to. We're going to sort of wrap up at Calmsden, same way we ended the first series. We're going to head over to Court Farms, and we're going to have a look at some houses, or some farms I should say, and then we're going to put it to a vote. We're going to put it to a vote to see which farm on Court Farms that Abby and I should move into, which is kind of putting our lives in your hands, in Dex's hands. Oh god, no. Makes me shudder. Anyway, sorry, I think I was talking over Tony then. Tony, did you say something? Oh, fantastic. There you go then. So I can borrow Tony's stone picker, which is absolutely brilliant. It doesn't have to be today, Tony. If I could borrow it next time, that would be fantastic. Oh, you're on your way. You're on your way. Well, if you don't need it, I can look after it for you and use it next time, and then I'll return it to you. Okay, so what I need to do now is get some milk over to the dairy. So we may even pass Tony on the way. I'm looking forward to making it, Andy, to be honest. I know you're looking forward to watching the roleplay series, but I'm looking forward to making it. It's really good. I really do enjoy making all of the episodes I make. So, Rowett, you've asked when Survivor's Challenge episode is coming. So, Survival Challenge is launched on Saturdays and Sundays every week, and it will continue to go that way. It's currently on episode 65. No, 63 is. I've just made episode 65, but I think the last one to come out was probably 61, potentially. Or it might have been 63. I don't know. If I'm honest, I just don't know. But yeah, that's going really well as well at the minute. Oh, here we have a Tony. There we go. So. Oh, someone's just left a planter in the middle of the road. That's, not ideal. It's, luckily I didn't want to have to go that way, but, Oh, now there's some stones in that field there. It's one of Jan's fields. That's some real stones, that is. Luckily, well, if we have any more trouble from that sort of thing, of stuff being left in the middle of the road, I just have to call the farm police, which is Dex, because he's got all the blue flashing lights. All they'll have to do is come along and arrest Jan in the name of the law. Ah, thank you very much. Tony's just dropped the stone picker up off next to the windrower. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much. I will use that in November and return it to you straight away afterwards. Those stones came up really easy with just a cultivator, not even ploughing. I haven't got a plough. Tony is chatting away in my ear, but obviously you guys can't hear him, so apologies for the silent treatment. He was talking about a spader or something and then went into Scottish, so I really didn't understand. But we'll come back to that at a future period. Right, let's get these 3,000 litres of milk offloaded into the dairy, and then we can make a lot more cheese. We got a sugar mill on this map, does anybody know? Wonder if we've got a sugar mill on this map. Where are we? There's a carpentry. Biogas. Another carpentry. No sugar mill. Well, maybe somewhere we can place one, because then I could start making chocolate. Oh, but that's obviously only if I plant some sugar beet and then get a sugar beet harvester. That all sounds very expensive. That all sounds very expensive. Maybe, maybe that's for another time. Right. Well, that's another 3,000 litres of milk over into the dairy now. And, yes, that can be turned into cheese. Oh, look, it's Lennox. God, he's really spreading his farm out, isn't he? Crikey. Oh, no, he's contracting. Look at the map. It's not his map. It's not his field. He must be contracting. Or just randomly ploughing up another farmer's field, which is ready to harvest. So, probably fine. I'll leave him to it. May have to call the farm police again. But it's not my field, so I don't have to worry about it. I know that it's a little bit selfish. But Dex could always go there with his blue flashing lights and then jot it down in his notebook. That should solve the issue. There must be some sort of dungeons or something up at the castle. Maybe built into the rock in the hillside. I don't know. Wonder if we could put Jan and Lennox in there. Separate cells, obviously. We don't want them teaming up. I'm getting carried away with this. Let's think about the farming, shall we? So, how are we doing for time? It is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've still got about another 2 hours of daylight. I could get the grass cut. Could I get the grass cut? Yes. Could get the grass cut. I mean, the other option is, I mean, there's a seriously worth considering option is that we all buy mountain bikes and have a mountain bike race through the forest. Well, that's if Tony's left any of the forest for us to have a mountain bike race through. But well, that might be an option. Anyone interested in seeing a mountain bike race at the end of this episode? Just let us know in the chat. Right, here we are back at the farm. We have brought the tanker back. And that can go just down there. Oh, hello. That hasn't disconnected. Why is that? Oh, yes, I've not selected it, that's why. There we go. Let's pop that there. Ah, yes, I did want to think about potentially getting a new front mower as well. That's going to speed things up if I do that. But if everybody's offering to come and help me with their big kit, but if except everybody except Jan, that is, anyway, which is odd because usually he's hankering for screen time. But if everybody comes down and helps me with the big kit, it'll just be like Purbeck, where I'll be standing around leaning on a fence having a cup of tea and everyone else is doing my work for me, which I don't want. I don't want to happen. But I mean, Tony's offering me to borrow them now, but then I'd have to borrow a tractor as well, because I'm pretty sure I don't have the horsepower to run butterfly mowers. All these like rich farmers, they come here, they take our women and our jobs, and They think they can just bribe us all with their tractors and mowers. But no. I won't be having it. What I think we will be having though is a mountain bike race. Cookie definitely keen, although was warned that we shouldn't get hurt. Well, let's have a look at how much a mountain bike is, shall we? Ah, this is a beautiful mountain bike. It's even got front and rear suspension. Look at that. What colour should we want? I'm actually a mountain biker in real life as well, so this would be quite good for me, quite close to home. Those brake discs are going to do nothing. They'll just rip the pads out, the calipers. Look at that. What are they thinking? Honestly. And it's only got one gear. That's never going to work. Oh. No bell either, according to Dex, which I'm not fussed about. Well, I definitely want red tops on top of the suspension because of their RockShox forks. Yeah, that should do it nicely. Nice onyx black rims. Beautiful. That looks like my real life bike now. £2,500. Cost about the same as my real life bike as well. Right. Oh. I've got to start the engine on my mountain bike. Of course I do. Right, where's everybody else? There's another bike here. Has Jan got two bikes? It's Lennox's. Look at this. This is yes. This is amazing. What fun. Miscellaneous it's under. Now, is there any way we can pop a wheelie? I can lean forwards and backwards. I think I nearly died. Oh, Lennox nearly ran over me with his New Holland. I imagine that's Dex. Yes, it's Dex. Do we need to put helmets on, guys? Because, like, you head into the wardrobe, I'm pretty sure there's a helmet. Yep. Health and safety there. Health and safety. There we go. I've got a helmet on now, so that should be fine. Oh, God! Now Jan has picked up Lennox on his bike and is running around with him. Not ideal. Right, I think that's everybody with a bike now. Fantastic. So... yes, where is... No, Tony's here. Where's Michelle? The bike... What, Michelle's bike? Is that the orange one? There's Michelle. Superb. Fantastic. Right. Right, let's follow Michelle then, I guess. Oh, look. Dex has got a pink helmet. Oh, crikey, I think we joined together. There we go. Oh. This is pretty awesome. Now, can we do a little jump? How do we do a jump? Oh! Oh, I've managed to do a wheelie by climbing... This is a fantastic, fantastic fun. Maybe we should do an entire series of mountain biking around different maps. a future series called, yes, mountain biking around the maps of FS22. This is Tour de Bavaria. If I lean... This is absolutely incredible. Right then. I don't even know where we're going. We haven't laid out a route or anything. This isn't an organised race. This is just a free-for-all. Which, I'll be honest, is probably the most fun. Michelle's just taken a huge shortcut, and then Tony's turned left and not told anybody. Oh god! Oh! Crikey! Oh! Well, this is fantastic. Oh! Oh! We're at Dex's favourite stomping ground. The Church of Dex. Oh. Michelle's still out in the lead. It's a good job we don't have some sort of stamina built into the game, isn't it? Where is Jan going? There's Jan. Ah, look. There's Dex halfway through spraying a field. Oh, there's someone on a bike over in the field. That's Lennox. I think we've got narrow enough tyres not to destroy the crops here. I have no idea where we're ending. Right. Here we are in Dex's farm. Oh no, we're not. Where am I? Oh, there's Dex's farm. I just shot straight past it. Well, I don't think we could say that there was any one winner of that race. I think we're all winners, having had a lot of fun there. But, yeah. I think that might be enough for one episode. Given that now we're hot and sweaty and we definitely need a shower. Obviously not all together. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking backwards and I've ridden into Lennox. Oh, look at that. Oh. Lennox is doing stunts on the side of my bike. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Right. Anyway, that'll do for today. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you again next week for, hopefully, a lot more of the same. Bye for now.